Here's the result for the guy you filled out the survey for. He gets a C+. plus. This guy is rather so-so. Not too good, not too bad. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He definitely has the drive and energy to move ahead in his career, and you'll often see him chasing after new opportunities with a lot of confidence. His determination is real. He isn't just all talk. If he learns to manage his anger and treat others with more care, he could go very far.
Can he bounce back from failure?
If something goes wrong at work, he's likely to react very strongly. You might see him shouting, blaming others, or getting angry quickly. He doesn't sulk or hide. Instead, he faces problems head on, but sometimes with too much force. People around him might feel uncomfortable or even scared when he loses his cool.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
People at work might respect his intelligence and work ethic, but many will find him hard to deal with. He often believes he's right and isn't afraid to push his opinions, which leads to arguments and tension. There's likely a feeling of respect mixed with a bit of fear or irritation.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you shine in your career, he's unlikely to feel proud. He may see your success as competition rather than something to celebrate. Don't be surprised if you find yourself defending your success rather than sharing it joyfully with him.
What if you start earning more than him?
If you earn more than him, it's very likely he will resent it, even if he doesn't say so directly. He may act irritated, make cutting jokes, or question your decisions just to feel in control. Over time, this could make you feel like you're always walking on eggshells around your own achievements.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He isn't the type to keep things perfectly organized, including his money. He may make bold decisions about spending, acting quickly when something catches his eye without pausing to plan or save. Careful budgeting is not his strong suit.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He often tries to live bigger than his actual means, hoping to impress others or feel important. You may notice him buying fancy things, going out a lot, or talking about expensive plans, even if it puts stress on his wallet. Don't let the showy side fool you. Look closely to see if he's really as comfortable as he claims.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He tends to be open handed, but not always in a loving or thoughtful way. If he spends on others, it's often to impress or to get his way, rather than out of real warmth. If you dream of quiet, consistent care, you may find his style exciting at first but draining over time.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is likely to be secretive when it comes to money, wanting to control decisions and keep the upper hand. He might not tell you the full picture about his earnings, spending, or debts, and can get defensive if you ask too many questions. This can leave you feeling left out or unsure about where things really stand.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He is likely to believe that housework isn't really his responsibility and will expect you to handle most, if not all of it. If you ask for help, he may brush it off or give reasons why his own time and energy are more important. If equal partnership in daily life matters to you, this could become a source of frustration.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He is more likely to just watch or supervise rather than roll up his sleeves and actually help with chores and diapers. When you need him to pitch in, he may give suggestions or point out what needs to be done, but rarely does the work himself. If you want hands on support at home, you'll probably find him falling short.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He often argues just to prove he's right rather than truly listening or trying to see things from your side. When there's a disagreement, he'll push his own point strongly and may shut down your feelings or concerns. This can leave you feeling misunderstood and lonely even when you're right next to him.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he's likely to say hurtful things or act in an aggressive way. His temper comes out fast and strong, and he may yell, use harsh words, or even slam things to show his frustration. It's not just a little irritation. His anger can be sharp and even intimidating.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, this is the kind of man who gets angry very quickly, sometimes over small things. His temper can show up in loud arguments, cutting remarks, and even aggressive actions that leave you feeling shaken. It's important not to ignore these warning signs, hoping they'll improve on their own.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He finds it very hard to say sorry or take real responsibility when things go wrong. Instead, he often flips the situation and finds reasons to blame you or others, even if it's clearly his mistake. Apologies, when they come, are rare and may not feel sincere.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He is not the type who easily respects boundaries, especially if they go against what he wants in the moment. When you say no, he may try to convince you, argue, or push until you give in, rather than simply accepting your decision. You might feel pressured or guilt tripped instead of having your choice respected.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he's the kind of man who takes it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. Instead of being understanding, he may become sulky, annoyed, or even accuse you of not caring about him. Your feelings or needs may not be his first priority, it's more about what he wants in that moment.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
You may have to be careful because he isn't the kind of man who always keeps private moments safe. If he gets angry or wants to win an argument, he might bring up things you shared in confidence just to hurt or embarrass you. Trust is built on knowing your heart is safe with someone, even during tough times.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is the type who can get easily distracted by other women, especially when he wants excitement or attention. His restless energy and love for new experiences might lead him to flirt, chat, or even cross boundaries without much guilt. Loyalty may not be his strongest suit, and promises might be broken if he thinks he won't get caught.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
Yes, he is likely to act over possessive, showing jealousy, being controlling, or asking too many questions about where you are and who you're with. He might check up on you, insist you share details of your day, or even try to control what you wear or who you talk to. This kind of behavior isn't love, it's about control.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
Yes, with him, what may look like being protective is often just a cover for being controlling. He might say he's worried for your safety or wants the best for you, but really, he is trying to manage your choices, actions, and even your friendships. This behavior often comes with jealousy, suspicion, and a need to always know what you're doing.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He is likely to expect you to do most of the parenting work while he focuses on his own goals. If you ask for help, he may think he's done enough with a few big gestures but won't be there for the daily tasks, struggles, or joys. True teamwork in parenting will be hard to achieve, and you could end up feeling overwhelmed and unsupported.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he's likely to lose his temper rather than stay calm. You may see him shout, scold harshly, or even say things that make the kids feel scared or ashamed. If you want a gentle, patient parent for your children, he may not be able to provide that steady presence.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He is unlikely to fully support your role as both a mother and your own person. While he may acknowledge your work at home, he might not see or respect your needs, dreams, or interests outside of family duties. A healthy relationship values both your love as a mother and your right to be yourself.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, he is the kind of man who might seem supportive of your career at first, but could later expect you to quit once a child arrives. In the beginning, he may not say much about your work, but as family responsibilities grow, he could pressure you to focus only on home and children. He may argue that it's best for the family or your duty, but really it's about his preferences and control.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He is likely to act polite to your parents on the surface, but real warmth and genuine care may be missing. He knows how to behave in front of others and will show proper manners during visits or family dinners. Don't expect deep family ties. His connection may stop at basic respect rather than heartfelt involvement. He is more likely to expect your family to adjust to his ways rather than making changes himself.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he is more likely to make things worse than handle it calmly. He may react quickly with anger or strong words, getting into arguments that increase tension instead of bringing peace. His sharp reactions can lead to hurt feelings and bigger fights, making it harder for everyone to get along.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you, but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he is likely to act modern and open minded with you in private, but expect you to play the traditional supportive wife or daughter in law role in front of his relatives. He may ask you to dress, behave, or speak a certain way during family gatherings to keep up appearances, even if it doesn't match who you really are. This double standard can be draining and unfair, so don't ignore it if you value honesty and consistency in your relationship.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he is more likely to stay out of it or even side with his family instead of backing you up. He might avoid getting involved to keep peace with them, leaving you feeling alone and unsupported. A strong partner stands with you, but with him, you'll often be left to handle things by yourself.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
He is likely to be a mummy's boy, putting his mother's wishes and opinions above yours when there's a conflict. If disagreements come up, he may quickly take her side or ask you to adjust, telling you it's easier that way. This can leave you feeling ignored or second place in your own home.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
Yes, he is the kind of man who is likely to share details of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. Instead of keeping relationship matters between you two, he may run to his family for advice or support, discussing things you'd rather keep private. This means you may feel exposed, judged, or even ganged upon as his relatives form opinions and take sides.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
Based on all of this analysis, this guy gets a C plus. This guy is so, not too good, not too bad, a bit mediocre. Being in a relationship with this man day in and day out can feel like living on a roller coaster. There are moments of excitement, big dreams, and energy, but they're mixed with storms of anger, sharp words, and a constant need to prove yourself.